Proverbs 23, chapter 23, verse 18 says, "There is surely a future hope for you, and your hope will not be cut off."
When I first came to Nashville, I was homeless, I was broke, I was jobless, I was uninsured, and they took a chance on me, and they gave me hope to actually have a future. Hope for me as being a woman in recovery today is that I'm going to continue to get better.
While I was in this program, I started hearing all these girls talk about the next door. That's where you have to go. You have to go to the next door. That place is great. So I wrote the next door letter and told them it was about time for me to come up for parole. And I just poured my heart out, telling them why I wanted to do the program. They said yes.
But we're often the holders of hope, especially in this early stage, but not just the early stage, the maintaining stage, until someone can fill that hole with something meaningful and beautiful to hope in.
August the 14th, 2014, I got out of prison, and I got to come here to this beautiful building right here. And so I got here late. It was like 8 in the evening, but the next day, when staff walked down the hallway, they already knew my name. And to me, that was a lot.
There is powerful motivation for change found in the act of hope.
And so as I started working with the case manager and a therapist, I started getting hope, right? And that's one thing that's crucial for someone in recovery, is hope. Because if I don't have hope, I wouldn't be where I'm at today. If I didn't have hope, I wouldn't have graduated this program February of 2015.
Because of places like this, they were founded out of frustration and desperation, but rooted in hope. And now we have thousands of women that are going through a recovery journey, going back out and replenishing our land, healing their communities, healing their families.
And all of this, the root of it all was hope. It was a hope for a better day, a better life, a hope for recovery, a hope to get relationships restored, a hope that someone helped me. Now I'm going to give that back, because I want every woman that I come in contact with, I want to be that hand that helps someone up. And all that came from hope.
See a beautiful life that's full and complete and healthy and wholesome and giving, and the relationships that happen, and just the trickle-down effect of human relating to human, and that brokenness, that generational brokenness being turned around. But when we take a stand and try to be upright and try to be what our nature is made to be, as givers and lovers in that bigger sense, then to the thousandth generation those blessings pour out, and you can see that in lives that are touched with recovery.
I went from hopeless to hopeful. I hope, and I still have that hope. And because I still have that hope, April 5th I'll have 8 years clean.
Woo! Jamie, yes.
The next door is the one that helped me find that hope. And for that, I'll always be grateful.
And at that moment, the woman does a very brave thing. She outs herself. She confesses that she's the one who touched him, that she's been bleeding, that she has needed help, that she's been considered unclean for 12 years. And Jesus says to her, "Your faith has made you well. Go in peace." And then as Jesus turns to go to Jairus' house, someone comes from Jairus' town and says, "Don't bother the master anymore. Your daughter has died." And Jesus turns and looks Jairus in the eyes and says, "Have faith. She has not died." And he goes back to the house and he goes into the room. And even though there are mourners outside weeping and wailing, Jesus knows that there's still hope. And Jesus lays his hands on the girl and speaks to her, and she is raised from the dead. 2 miracles, 2 examples of people seeking hope, 2 people who are seeking healing. The parallels with what we do at the Next Door, I think, are clear, because we have some women come to us who are very much like that woman who has been bleeding for 12 years, and she is looking for this last-ditch effort. She has hope that maybe this will be the time that she gets her healing. We also have people who come to us because someone else has brought them. Someone else is holding out hope for them. Someone else, like Jairus on behalf of his daughter, is leading them to a place where they can find healing and wholeness. A lot of days, our most important work here is holding on to hope for people who can't hold on to it at that moment. We are all here gathered today because we have this shared compassion for people who need healing from addiction.